Hey everyone. A few things real quick. It's been about a week since I posted another video. Long story short, since then I went to a concert on Saturday night, um, Elton John concert, and I had to get there. Had to drive several states away, and the friends that I went with, we all got a hotel that night and things happened that we didn't even get back home until Sunday night. Long story short, the last few days, lots of things related to history research. That's what I teach for a living. I try to be knowledgeable about as many regions as I can to the extent that that's possible. And also been really having a hard time until today with my chronic fatigue. It's been extremely bad. Anyway, two things I wanted to go over today with Pokemon. So, I made a post about this on a message board, and it just kind of showed. I'm going to read it. It showed how frustrated I am with the upcoming schedule. I'm sure if you follow people on Twitter, you're all aware of this and other people's reactions. I agree with them. Um, Now, this might have changed a little bit. I've seen a few things um, that suggest this is a little different, but here we go. So, what I had said was the schedule is terrible. I can't even. I just learned about this whole thing while watching KG Prestige's reaction to today's episode. So, I'd been watching his reaction video to last week's episode, and I saw his reaction to this before even seeing this schedule. And I was about to go to bed that night too, and I had been checking the Survey forums. Crazy, I almost didn't see this at the time. So the schedule for the next month are and a half are as follows: July 29th, which is when this video is going up to air. Koharu and Eevee and the EEVEELUTION recap episode, seemingly according to the preview and summary, August 5th. The possibilities are endless for Koharu and Eevee. This is the little story distraction, uh, you know, about Eevee, which will be wrapping up August 12th. The climax begins. Satoshi's Masters Tournament experience. It seems like it's another recap episode, which is extremely unwelcome. August 19th, the Sonic movie will be airing, so nothing. And then September 2nd, the semifinals won. Overwhelming victory, presumably Leon crushing Diantha. Oh my god. Just like KG does in his video, and I'm sure many more people will. His reaction. As soon as there was an episode of the tournament I actually liked, this terrible schedule. 1. A recap episode for an uninteresting character's quest with our overused Pokemon is not interesting. 2. I already made a video about my feeling for the episode that will air the week after. It shows a crying Eevee as the JPEG. Should not be airing in the middle of the tournament and should have aired earlier this year. 3. A recap episode for an overall terrible tournament, which is only 4 episodes long up to that point and recently aired. It's a terrible way to produce something. 4. I can only hope the TBA won't be a waste of our time. Perhaps an episode to show Ash's old traveling companion showing up for the tournament and getting screen time. 5. My previous post pointed out that it seems the semifinals will be 3v3. This makes sense if this is Leon trouncing poor Diantha, which leaves us with only 11 episodes to go. This actually is enough to do a full 6v6 and make it a 3-parter, Ash vs. Paul length, or even Kukui length of a 4-parter. This could make Project Mew a solid 5 or 6 episodes, especially if they were to wrap up things with TR. 2 weeks for epilogue to Ash's journey if Ash beats Leon. Why, oh why, did they waste 5 weeks with recaps and no content at all when we could have had every episode be 6v6? The series has been weird. Solid on paper when proposed, Ash maybe becoming a Pokemon master, a traveling companion who may catch Mew, and goes on field quests involving legendary Pokemon to lead up to it, old traveling companions and Pokemon returning, but so many wasted, poorly handled opportunities up to the beginning of 2022, with some very good episodes thrown in, Lily family episode for example, with mediocre or bad episodes. This tournament, even if Ash wins, will go down as one of the worst leagues, equivalent of a league, ever. Even if Ash versus Leon, Ash versus Cynthia is epic, the fact that most battles were rushed and badly done with recaps and long gaps is unforgivable. I don't know what mindset I will be in if Gen 9 gets an anime, especially if Ash is the protagonist again. I will definitely finish out this current series. Blah, blah, blah. Also, I um, posted videos about a few other shows that I keep tabs on, just updates about them, reaction to some things. If you're on my channel here because of Pokemon and you're rather young, these may not be shows that are up your alley. Better Call Saul, American Horror Stories, Walking Dead. Anyway, so back to Pokemon. So I was very upset, and the one thing that has developed is apparently August 26th, as opposed to being a TBA, from what I've heard now, is going to be the semifinals episode. It's all very confusing. Um, so while we have this episode coming up that seems like a recap episode, the climax begins. Um, it is possible they might, if it's not a recap, which I think it is, they might do a mix of it being a recap and stuff happening, in real time, timeline wise with the tournament. What would be great is if they use this episode to get all of Ash's traveling companions and his Pokemon to go to the stadium and enter the stands. That would be great. We'll see if that happens, even if it's not in this episode. A few more things. So, due to merchandising, there is a strong suspicion that Ash vs. Leon, some people are saying it'll be 6v6, some people are saying 3v3. There's also a suggestion that with the Pokemon that it's been hinted that Ash will use in this battle against Leon, which seems to be Pikachu, Gengar, Lucario, maybe for the finals you can use all three different battle gimmicks, so Gigantamax, Z-Move, Mega Evolution. That would be cool. So another rumor that's been going around is Greninja will be showing up again to train Lucario, even though it's already done this. And what's his face? Chairman Rose will be showing up. So maybe he'll be a big bad again for the. I'm assuming it's for the Project Mew stuff, honestly. There's even rumors that Zygarde, so Puni-chan, will be appearing again. It'd be kind of cool if they could wrap that up and Greninja's finally freed from being a lawnmower indefinitely. We'll see. I'm holding out hope that in the finals, Ash will be able to use some of his reserve Pokemon. If it's a 6v6, Greninja would be definitely welcome as one of those. Now, enough about rumors and things coming up far down the line. Because again, this is stuff that is bleeding into September. So, the recap episode for Koharu and Eevee aired. I watched it just to see if there would be anything worth getting out of it, if there were any hints about things coming up, or even a minute of real story instead of a recap. And there really wasn't. It was very silly. Mr. Mime running a show that's, don't worry, you're not missing on anything if you never watched that. It's just a gimmick to do this recap. Anyway, what was interesting was the preview. I feel like I've been the only person suggesting this, but from the beginning, I had the feeling that as opposed to picking a random evolution or going with the theme that, maybe Eevee doesn't need to evolve. That's a storyline they've already used, the original Eevee Brothers episode. So I felt, you know what? I think they're going to advertise all the evolutions, get people excited, and they're going to have a Gen 9 evolution. And I felt that this was very, very likely. The anime does tend to reveal new Pokemon even before that might have been spoiled for upcoming games. Sure enough, in the preview, we see Koharu and her dad and her Eevee, a few other people, watching some Clefairy dancing around a moonstone. I am very convinced in this next episode we will see a new Eevee and it comes about with Eevee touching a moonstone. And maybe I'm wrong. It's a very big tease, and I don't think that was accidental that they showed that in the preview. So whether it actually happens or it's a tease, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, that's about it, guys. Now, as far as upcoming videos, now at least when it comes to Pokemon, honestly, since I started getting a little more involved with the community, staying up to date on various people on Twitter, always making sure I'm listening to shows that they do, etc. What really ostensibly is 20 minutes of my time watching the anime, and then maybe throw together one of these videos, has been very time consuming, and it's kind of a little bit of a burnout. I mainly because the tournament hasn't been good. So instead of going into each episode and feeling how I feel, I'll spend several hours. It comes out following other people's stuff, and that's fine. But it is a little bit of a burnout. So on my end, next week I'm not gonna bother making a video about the Koharu episode with Eevee unless Eevee evolves. Or, on top of that, we get a suggestion from the preview that the Climax Begins episode is more than just a recap. I'll definitely want to give my opinion about that. When that episode airs on August 12th, if there's a good preview for the next episode, I'll give my opinion on that. But you're probably not going to see a really big video about the anime um, until the semifinals episode airs. I mean, there's going to be definitely tons of more spoilers that come up between now and then, but other things in my life do have to take a priority. But this channel isn't going anywhere anytime soon. And as I'd said, it's going to be around New Year's that I really be able to improve the quality of this. And by then the tournament will be over, so whatever's going on with the anime, we'll definitely keep tabs on. Alright, that's it, guys. Bye.